Hey guys, what is up? It is Jimmy. Today I have a new game for you guys, and this is the LEGO Luger P08. So, this gun has been requested a remake for a really long time. I wanted to remake it being in its original colors, being black and brown, like older pieces, but I didn't end up being able to afford it, and people have been requesting this like crazy, so I decided I would do the remake just in dark gray instead. But it does still look a whole lot like the Luger, and I am super happy with it. So, we'll start off with the grip, which is of course built sideways and with brackets. So it's actually brackets holding it in as well, connected on the inside, and it is super stable and it works really well. It doesn't involve any Technic pins, so it's not really visible. It's not really breaking any pieces either. So yeah. It also is steeper than the way everyone else makes it. Everyone else makes it with the 45-degree pieces, which means it will be about like this. And you can see the huge difference in doing it like this instead. It's just so much better. So I used cheese slopes on the front and then inverted slopes on the back, and then did just a little bit with some Technic pins here, just to create some nice shaping here. It is super comfortable to hold. Of course, it means tiny magazine. It's hard to get a big magazine inside any grip design for the Luger, that's actually correct. But one day. So the bullet detail isn't even complete because there wasn't enough space, but there are these kind of grabbing cylinder parts at the bottom of the magazine. We have two screws right here. We have the magazine release, which of course doesn't work. Being that the magazine isn't big enough, then I didn't bother making a working magazine release, because if I wanted to make it working, I would need the piece to reach to there, and that would mean there would be a 1x4 beam on the side here, and I didn't really want to put that big of a piece there just to have a working magazine release with a tiny magazine. So yeah, we have the trigger, which of course works. We have the trigger guard, the field stripping lever, which of course doesn't field strip the gun. We have this detail, which I don't know what it is. I believe it's just a little plate that has some, that gives some extra space in real life for mechanisms, but I don't know. We have the safety, so now it's on fire, and now it's on safe. So it kind of just moves as it wants to. It's just put on a little bracket there, so it's kind of crappy. As you can tell, I have made my Luger 4 wide. I don't think Lugers are 3 wide. Maybe the grip should be slimmer than 4 wide. We have the toggle lock system here, which should of course pull back the whole receiver a little bit, but I wasn't able to do that mechanism with the parts that I have. But it does work as it should. I did have a rubber band attached to it before. You can see there's a rubber band attachment point right there and right in here. But it did end up just breaking the whole thing because you can just really easily pop everything off. So here we have a sling attachment point. And the quote-unquote shell ejection port, of course, it's not even close to being good enough, but we have the front part of the barrel, and we have the barrel here as well, which is just made with a bunch of cylinders. There we have the front sight, so we can cover the sights real quick here as we go completely out of focus. Anyways, those are the sights. The front part here, or the muzzle I guess you could call it, it's not really anything. But it's just built with a couple of brackets. Sadly, it shows quite a few studs, but I did try to avoid studs in general on this, but it was a little bit harder to. That's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys. Goodbye.